What's going on, guys? It's so good to be back. I got some skirt steak for you guys today, and this is a regular skirt steak. It's not wagyu or anything like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the skirt steak, cut it into manageable sizes, like I did here, and pay attention to the grain here. See how it's going up and down. Now, when the skirt steak is cooked, you guys are gonna want to cut against that grain. Now, I'm gonna flip it over in just a second. Excuse the parsley on the knife. You'll see what I was doing with that in a second, but I'm going to flip it over in just a second, and you guys will see the grain that I'm talking about. It's really prominent on this side. So when it's cooked, you're going to cut against that. Now, if you're cutting it in smaller portions like I did here, I mean, this thing was almost 3 feet long, so I ended up cutting it down. I cut that with the grain. But anyway, we're only going to season one side. Real simple. Salt, pepper, nothing extravagant on it. And you're only doing one side because this is so thin, and when it cooks, it's only going to cook 2 minutes per side. So you don't want to over season it. You don't want it salty or anything like that. Now I'm going to speed this up, get through the seasoning process, and yeah, it's just been really great to start making videos and stuff for you guys again. I do have a few backed up that I need to finish recording and get into production, but they go back to last year, so I have a few holiday specials coming up for you. So let's start on the chimichari. So what I did was I took some parsley, some oregano, jalapeno, garlic, cilantro, and what I did was I took first the garlic, put it in a food processor. Traditionally, you'd use a molcajete or a mortar and pestle, but half of the jalapeno, I took the seeds and everything out so it wasn't too hot. Now what I did here was I drizzled in some of the oregano, about 2 tablespoons worth. I also used a whole lemon. The juice of one whole lemon was in there. Take a little bit of red wine, vinegar, and some olive oil. The olive oil I'll stream in later on, but right now what I did is I took the cilantro and the parsley, just went ahead, dropped that in, and started blitzing it. And I'll slowly start to drizzle the oil in, and you guys will see it start changing color. And so it starts getting a little lighter like this. It starts to emulsify. And what you're going to do is just keep blending it until it gets to a texture you want. I added the last half of the parsley and the cilantro in, and it's going to come out to a really nice consistency. It's going to coat the back of a spoon. And once it looks something like this, then you're going to want to go ahead, take it, put it in the refrigerator, let it sit on the side. The steaks are done marinating now, so let's go ahead and get those in the pan. So in a ripping hot cast iron, you could do this on the grill as well. You're just going to go ahead and take your steaks, cook one side, flip it over, cook the other side. I did speed this up because I cooked several steaks. Now, you don't have to cook all of them like I did. There's some of them that are sitting in the refrigerator I can do for later, but just go ahead and get your steaks cooked, 2 minutes per side like I said, and when you're cooking them, have a little aluminum foil inside because you're going to make an aluminum foil boat. Make sure they rest for about 10 minutes, and they should look like this. Now, while that's resting, let's go ahead and get a side dish. I took some red potatoes. These are a little waxier, and what I did was I scored them just on the outside. I didn't cut into them. I just scored them. So you're going to do that. What I like to do is a simple rule of 2 potatoes per person. So what I did was there's about 5 people right here. So that's 10 potatoes. Just go ahead, take them like that, put them on an ungreased cooking sheet, pop them in the oven for about an hour. Hour is up, go ahead, take them out, and what you're gonna do is just get the flesh out of the potato skin. Once you get it out of the potato skin, you're gonna put a lot of butter. It's gonna be about 3 sticks of butter in this amount of potatoes, and you wanna mix it very smooth. What I did is I put the potatoes back in the food processor, mixed it very smooth, and added the butter. I added about a half of a cup of heavy cream, and it comes out really smooth like that. That's like Michelin star potatoes right there. Now here we go. This is what I was talking about. See that grain sideways? You're going to cut against that grain. Now, if you did it just like I did, this steak you cannot do well done, guys. I'm sorry for you guys who like well done steak. Look at that. It's super tender, and we'll go into that argument about it's not blood, it's myoglobin later. But anyway, that's it right there. Just go ahead, take it, plate it up with some of the mashed potatoes, and drizzle some of that chimichurri over the top. Super juicy, super delicious, and this is one for the books, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. It's so good to be back. keep tuned. I'm going to have a few holiday specials coming up, like I said earlier, and I'm going to show you guys how to make some real pumpkin spice in the next video, as well as a little strawberry cream cheese pastry. Thank you guys. Love y'all, and I'll see you soon.